And it just keeps coming. It don't get any better than that. Hey, here's one. Here's an interesting one right here. Let me take a look at this. I'll tell you what, I'm opening this envelope because it's in bright yellow. And here it is. Here it is. Okay, this one here is from Little Kelly Simon down in Dallas, Texas. He's working in Dallas, Texas, and he says, "Hey, Big K, please give us some more tip of the week tips." So, hey, for you, Little Kelly Simon, this tip's going to be for you. Did you ever look at something and wonder if what you were looking at was really what was in front of your face? Or is it just an illusion? Or can you manipulate it to make it something it's not? Let's think about that. While you're thinking about that, I'm going to let you watch a little clip that I did earlier this week. Hey guys, hey, I want to show you guys something. You're really going to dig this. I've been practicing this for a long time. I don't know if it's going to work, but I've been practicing. You're going to have to check it out. Tell me what you think of it, man. Just watch your eyes. Matter of fact, I'm going to turn these lights out. Give me 1 minute. Cool. Cool. I'm going to put these sunglasses on just in case. Watch your eyes. It's going to get bright. You ready? There it goes. There it goes.
Damn, no way.
Check it out.
What the hell?
Okay, who wants it first? Who wants it first? Give it to Ruben.
All right.
Ruben? You think? What do you think?
I can probably handle it.
You think? I don't know.
I hope so.
I hope you guys liked that. That was a little trickery on my part. But hey, what is real is ACV policies. And for the tip of the week, we're going to talk about ACV policies. Are they really cut and dried, or are they a little flexible? Can you make something out of them if you mold them just right? I think you can. And I was talking to a good friend and colleague of mine, Mr. Bill Coryell, and just when you think that you know everything about hail damage and you've thought of every possible scenario, we come up with more scenarios for ACV policies. And here's how it goes. To give you an example, with an ACV policy, give me 1 second here. This is as close as I can give it to you. The insurance company takes your ACV policy. It's a policy. It's not like a full coverage policy. It's only going to provide materials. It's not going to provide replacement cost, which is materials, labor, and everything else. They're just going to provide the materials. That's what an ACV policy does. Materials always go up, so they have to pay it with current material prices. But what an adjuster will try to do with that ACV policy is he'll try to take that policy and he'll take the policy and he'll twist it and he'll shorten it and he'll depreciate it and he'll depreciate every little last piece of that ACV policy that he can possibly depreciate. And once he gets it all depreciated, guess what he does with it? Any idea? He leaves you with nothing. So now you can't even put a roof on. What is your job? As a K. Simon salesman, your job is to take that ACV policy and work it and manipulate it and pull back and make the best out of that policy that you possibly can until you get enough to do that roof. And once you have enough, you've done your job. Now, let's talk about how we can do that. There's multiple ways, and a lot of this, I got to be honest, until I spoke with Bill and we sat down and we kind of picked our brain for just a few minutes on an ACV policy, I didn't even think about this. An ACV policy, yeah, you can take the materials that are on the ACV policy and you can depreciate them. What you want to look at, number one, if I knew I had an ACV policy up front, I'd be looking at the materials, and I'd be speaking with that homeowner. I'd be trying to get the exact age of those materials. 5 years here or there makes a huge difference when you're dealing with an ACV claim. Number two, once I knew what the true date was, I would hold an adjuster to that. Hey, don't depreciate me 18 years when the roof's only been on there for 7 years. That could wreck my whole game. So that's number two. Number three, I'm going to take that ACV policy and I'm going to look at that loss statement. And guess what? That loss statement that's been written, a lot of times they have written right in there materials and labor. Now, if they've depreciated materials and labor, you can't depreciate labor, number one. Labor always goes up, it never goes down. There's no definitive timeline on labor, so they can't depreciate that. If it's written as depreciating material and labor in one column, well, that's a problem. Now you're not really dividing out the labor from the materials. You're taking the whole thing and depreciating the whole thing by whatever the percentage is, depending on the age of the roof. Now let's think about this for a minute. Here's another catch-22. If you have aluminum siding or aluminum awnings on that roof, or even vinyl siding, estimated time of a lifespan is no longer 20 years or 25 years. The estimated lifespan for that is more like 50 years or 65 years. Now you're not depreciating the same percentage. Are you following me? If you depreciate a 20-year roof by 10 years, you're depreciating at 50%. If you depreciate aluminum siding, which has a 50-year lifespan on it, by 25%, you're actually depreciating it 25 years. So there's a big difference there. You don't want to do that. You want to watch your numbers. Watch what they're depreciating. A lot of these items have a different lifespan than the shingles. I know it's easy for the adjusters because they're big on writing a quick claim and getting it over with to depreciate everything by the same amount. But how does that work out for you? Not really good. If you get all the depreciation in the right columns, you get everything the way you need it, plus you have a little collateral damage, a lot of times you can make an ACV policy work for you. All you have to do is explain to the homeowner up front that some of the collateral will have to go into fixing the roof. You can at least turn it into a roof job and maybe come out on the good side of it and make yourself some money. So that's the tip of the week. And hey, everything that you see is not necessarily cut and dried. You remember, you heard that from Big K. Thanks, Bill Coryell, and thanks to you, little Kelly Simon, down there in Dallas, Texas. That's your tip of the week.